It's a sunny 45 degrees. I'm getting with Heather today. I don't even know if she knows I'm videoing this part. I know she doesn't care. I've not been with... She doesn't care. I've not been with Heather to do anything since before the holidays. I haven't, because of being sick up till now and getting back on my feet. Don't know where we're going out to eat. I know we're going out to eat. Had to wear my older glasses. Still can't find my favorite ones from the last season. Does that mean I'm going to have to order more? Or does that mean I need to open up the ones I just got? I may have something similar to it. I don't know. Luckily, my prescription's not so different that I can't wear something that actually matches my dress. Like I said, my wardrobe's more about my glasses than it is getting dresses. But it's a sunny day. I had a lot to do around here, but guess what? It's more important to get out and enjoy it. Kenny's at the ball field, and yeah, he's at the ball field practicing. He might even be playing some, who knows? But he knows I'm watching my cats. No, he doesn't know I'm watching my cats. He knows I'm going off. So I may show you some of the sunshine. I'm glad to have it, but we're fixing to get rain again, so we need to enjoy it when we can. So here I go. Now you can see there's a haze in my camera. That's from the sunshine, and we got redbuds blooming out in the neighborhood. Look at that. Redbuds. Got dogwoods blooming out in the neighborhood. Yeah, springtime's here. I see another redbud. I've seen, I believe it's the wild cherry trees or Japanese cherry trees bloomed out too, but there's another redbud right there at my other farm, my trailer. But look at that redbud. Can you see it? Let me see. There you go. Well, I missed it. I was going to show you a bush that's bloomed out, but I'm not exactly sure what it's called. Like I said, I'm not much of a gardener. You can tell the trees still haven't all blossomed out yet. Let me put you over here on the road. I'll turn you back on when I see more. It's real hazy and dusty, I guess. But yeah, the redbuds are very pretty on the left-hand side. And then we've got dogwoods right there. I told my husband that some of these trees, yeah, like I said, down there's where normally I'll see cattle, but I don't see any today. They're probably elsewhere. But there's more greenery in here than there was in our neighborhood. And the haze isn't as bad. I still can't remember what the name of those bushes are. They're pretty. Omi's got some on her side. There's some cattle. There's a cattle. Still a little hazy, but nothing much to see in here. I was going to show you some of the signs of spring, but not much through here. Wow, it's all the way up to 50 degrees on the pavement. 45 at the house and 50 on the pavement. Gonna blow and let her know I'm here. A lot of times I don't have reception good right here. Marley's a barking. Yeah, I've done picked Heather up. I've not done any more videoing. We're outside of Casey's for a minute, and I think we're going to Habanero. Right now, I won't be doing much videoing with Heather because we got to catch up. And it's stuff you don't want out. You know, personal stuff, happy stuff. Might be stuff we can share. Excuse me, but I'm just sitting here waiting on her, and I gave her an option of where to go, so I think we're going to go to Habaneros. And I'll get back to showing you some more of the springtime sights at a later time. It's more important to socialize right now. I very seldom come to Casey, especially since they don't have pizza. Yeah, if you think I look different, I do. It's a different day. After I got to Heather's and picked her up, we got busy chit-chatting and doing quite a few things. I did get a selfie at the end of the day, though, so I'll show you that now, and then I'll come back and talk more. Yeah, Heather wouldn't have minded had I videoed, but we were talking. We were visiting. I hadn't really spent any time with her since before the holidays. Between being sick at Christmas and being really sick starting the 1st of January till now, yeah, I probably wouldn't have been very good company. I didn't turn on all the lights in here. I came in here to do something. I thought, well, it's still cold outside. I would have went outside and sat. Yesterday was beautiful. More the reason I'm glad we got out yesterday. It was so pretty yesterday. I was trying to show you some of the trees. If I got anything wrong, just let me know. When Heather and I was heading back, she's like me on some of them. We thought, yeah, that looks like a dogwood. Yeah, that looks like something else. We know the redbud. I have them in my neighborhood. So if you seen anything different than what I said it was, let me know. And she's like me. We were actually going to look at something at her house when I got there. And by the time we got there, yeah, it was a lot later than we thought it was going to be. We went out to eat at Habaneros, and my favorite's the chicken fajitas, and I've got enough leftovers for today. And hers is chimichanga, like Kenny. And so that's what she had, and we thoroughly enjoyed our lunch. And like I said, I always wind up having leftovers of mine, which is good because then I have it the next day, right? When I was sitting outside the other day, I think it was in my chit-chat video, I was telling you about a gentleman that I offered to give him a chicken, and he wanted a rooster, and I said, okay, done. Want to know how much? I said, nothing. He wanted a kitty cat, and I said, done. Nothing. Well, when she came back to my house with me because she was going to look at a couple of items that I was going to give her to help her with her critters. And so I wanted her to see what she might want. And she was going to make sure that we sexed the puppies again. And I sexed them right because I said 3 girls and 1 boy. I was wrong. I was very wrong. Well, not very wrong. It was 2 girls and 2 boys. I must have picked up one twice when the girls were up there with me. I don't know, but she says she's positive it's 2 girls, 2 boys. And I think someone mentioned in the comments they'd love to have one. So if they live close to the Knoxville, Rocky Top, Campbell County area, if they'll just email me. And I'll put my email in the description and we can talk about it. How's that? We'll talk about it. But anyway, we were coming down the hill. I don't remember where I left off at. And there was a 4-wheeler in front of us, but it had a crate on it. And not very often you'll see a 4-wheeler with a crate on it, right? So I said, Heather, if I'm not mistaken, that's that guy that I talked to, because I had told him Thursday would be a good day. I didn't know I was going to be gone Thursday. I thought I was going to be gone Wednesday, home all day Thursday. And she said, well, if he slows down again, I'll jump out and tell him that you're behind him. And we wound it up at my house in front of it, and he stopped. And come to find out from Kenny, he had already been here once, hadn't called or anything, which was fine, but just told Kenny he'd come back. So he was tickled we were behind him and ready to get his rooster and get his cat. And I was happy to have Heather. Because I meant to get a rooster the night before. It's easier and put it in a crate form, and I forgot. I forgot. I went to bed, totally forgot. Heather is what I call my goat wrangler, but she's also a chicken wrangler. And, yeah. So she put his gloves on, and I went and got her one of Kenny's jackets that had thick sleeves on it. And she said, "Is it going to bite me?" And I said, "Well, I don't really trust the roosters." And, so we proceeded to try to get the rooster at the top of the crate in the nesting boxes. We put food up there. And he went up there. But before she could get him, he wound up flying out of the coop. He flew the coop. He did. And he was running around. Luckily, he didn't get out of the yard. So I threw chicken feed out thinking, she can get it. And she also wanted up getting a blanket, so she could throw it over him. Well, he kept getting away from her. And I said, well, the hens have laid their eggs. Maybe if I crack an egg open, because that always distracts a chicken or a rooster. They love eggs. Yeah, especially when you got them cracked. They're too tempting. So he was tempted with that egg. He got distracted. Well, she finally got him in the blanket. And she had him had the blanket, but she also had him by his, I call him paws, his claws. And we was trying to, I was following her. I didn't video any of it. I probably should have, but I was too busy watching her. We got it down to his crate, and we got the rooster in the crate. We did. Beautiful rooster, one of my younger ones. And he also told me he wouldn't mind having a hen. And he seen Miss Yappy in the yard. He said, "I like her." And I said, "She stays. She's not going nowhere." I said, "But if you'll follow us up to the hill, I've got some hens. I'll get you a hen." Well, I should have said, Heather will get him a hen. And so Heather got in there. She still had the jacket on. And I don't worry too much about the hens. I mean, they might peck you, but they're not going to do like the rooster would have done. She still had her gloves and her jacket on. Well, she got him a hen. And he was one happy camper. Then we had to come back because we'd already created a kitten, but it wound up being a female. And he really wanted a male. I hope he went home with the male, because by then we were both rattled. But he thought that kitten was so cute. And I loaned him one of my pet taxis because he hadn't brought a pet taxi and he didn't know how he was going to get it home. And I said, "Well, if nothing else, you don't show back up with it, I'll go to the post office and say, 'Where does Pete live?'" Only I said Ralph. He said, "I'm Pete." I said, "Well, I know your last name." I said his last name. I won't say it on here. And he said, "Yeah, you got that right." So, and he cracked up. But come to find out, Heather knew him. Heather knew him from McDonald's. She said, "Angie, he's one of the sweetest men." They were talking. And, yeah, he left a happy camper, so I was happy. I should have had my video out because, yeah, it's a little bit of an adventure anytime we do anything like that. But while we were out, of course, like with Sherry and I go to Ross's and the Dollar Tree a lot of times after we eat. Tammy, we wind up going to Yugo and the Dollar Tree. Well, we went to the Dollar Tree. And we went 2 or 3 other places because while I was at the Dollar Tree, Walmart messaged me that they had my medicine in. I had to wait a couple of days for one of them that the heart doctor gave me because they were out of stock. And they were at lunch. By the time we got out of Dollar Tree, they went to lunch. So we said, well, we'll go up the road and look around and we'll come back. And I told her, I said, well, I need to get some more CBD. I have to get it, just CBD, the relaxing kind. and which the heart doctor said that was a good one to have, and couldn't get it. Everything had stuff in it that I don't need, considering my issues. I need the one like Omi takes. So I may, when I go to Omi's, just go where she gets her CBD at. It's just pure CBD, because it does help with my arthritis. It helps with my headaches, and normally it helps with my pulse and stuff, but because I've been out of it, and then I was scared to take it, even though I had 3 doctors tell me, go ahead and take it. If it's helping you, take it. So when the heart doctor gave me the okay, I thought, I got to go get some. We couldn't find it. Not at the stores we went to. I need to go to a different store. But we went back and we got my medicine. And I couldn't take it till this morning. And so far, so good. I've not had any heart palpitations, period. Matter of fact, I was worried about my heart rate being too low, and I had to look it up online. I didn't obey the doctor. He said, check it twice a day. Morning and about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, somewhere around there. 2, 3, 4. Don't check it anymore. Well, being on new medicine, of course, I'm curious of what it's doing. I see my pulse rate was a little low. But the internet said that was fine. Got off the internet, not taking it again till he told me to. I believe he's right. He's going to get me on the right track. So we did all that before we came to the house. And then I'd say she was exhausted from wrangling hens and roosters. But while we were at a store, I got a phone call. And so I didn't answer right away because it was in my pocketbook. And when I seen who it was, I thought, I got to go outside. So Heather was in the store. I went to the car. It was our friend Jan. I finally got to talk to Jan. It's before she put her video out yesterday. She put it out a few hours later. And we had a good conversation and decided, because we were talking, you know, and stuff, and Heather came out, and she was standing outside because she didn't want to interfere with a phone call I was on, and she was making her phone calls. When I told Jan, Jan said, go ahead and do what you're going to do, and we'll get back with each other later, which we did. And we had a good talk. We had a real good talk. And I feel better now that I've talked to her. She felt bad because we haven't talked, and I said, honey, don't feel bad. When I was at my worst, I didn't want to be on the phone, period. So I totally understand it. Even though she had my messages and she had my little stickers, and I said, that's the main thing. You knew I was there when you're ready. So that made my day. The little gentleman coming made my day. Getting out with Heather made both of our days. And I say that, and it kind of cracked her up because it's been a while since she's had to wrangle anything for me. And I took her home after we got all that done here with Pete, not Ralph, Pete. And I've not talked to her since then. She had to work today. So, yeah, but I got a Dollar Tree haul. I may do it outside in the car when it warms up a little bit more. It's in the 50s, it's chilly, but in the car it should be warmer, right? And while I look halfway decent, Tammy told me this morning, said, you're already dressed with makeup and hair and everything on. And I said, well, I was kind of worried about my pulse rate being a little low, and I thought, well, I'll get in the shower and stuff and see if it goes up. Normally I get in the shower to see if it goes down. Are y'all like that? It's just been a weird almost 3 months for me. Today is probably the most, I'm going to say, lighthearted day I've had as far as the worrying goes. I'm not a big worrier. I usually take things in stride. But when you go through so much and have tried so much that, and it didn't totally work, to finally feel that something add it to what I'm doing, it's going to help. I'm more lighthearted. I can feel it. I can feel it. So, I just want to come on and jump on here and tell you, plan on going to the dogwood trails. I looked it up online. I think they have them marked and ready to go starting April 1st. Even though I believe the dogwoods, as you'll hear in the videos, are already starting to bloom. Me and Heather both think they're starting to bloom. I want to take y'all around the dogwood trails. I've not been in years, and they are so pretty. And hopefully they're as pretty as I remember. I'm sure they probably will be, because people put their tulips out, and I think they have creeping phlox, and then their pink dogwoods, their white dogwoods, and there's, I forget how many trails in Knoxville. I think La Follette's supposed to have some. I didn't look to see, so it might take you around a couple of them, because I've never been on any in this area. I think I've talked long enough, don't you, and fast enough. I just want to tell you, yesterday was a good day all the way around. I got my medicine, talked to Jan. Heather and I finally got to communicate. Got to get to Omi's and Sherry's and others now. I'm getting there. I am getting there. There's hope. I always tell my husband, like with ball games and stuff, when we're behind, I said, never say never until it's over. Well, it's definitely not over until it's over, and it's not over. I hope y'all can put up with me just a little bit more. And yeah, I'll have a haul coming up. Tammy may have something else coming up. She wants to still say thank you for everybody that picked the dress, number 3. Yeah. And I'll show it in another video, because may have another surprise from Tammy. Maybe. And if not, I'll still show you the dress y'all picked out, because that was most of our preference. Anyway, I better get off of here, see what the temp is. If it's warm enough, I may go outside, so you'll probably see another haul in a day or two. And there's one thing that's going in the haul, that you'll see in the haul, that I was specifically targeting, and I found it. So thank you for watching, and thank you for all the well wishes and prayers for me, my family, and for Jan. I'll try to remember to link Jan's address in the description, because I know some people wanted her address. And also I'll try to remember to link the video she did yesterday evening that I seen when I went to pick Eli up. I seen she had posted a video. She didn't know if she's going to be able to or not, and she did. She posted a video. I'll put the link of that too. I know this is going to be a long video probably. I don't remember how much I showed you yesterday, but if you stayed this long, thank you. And thank you for supporting me by watching what we do. It's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And until next time, we'll talk soon.